Episode 14 now. We 14 in. 14 in for the win. Now that's, damn, 14, that's fucking crazy.
Shout out to us for staying consistent.
Hell yeah, we almost.
Against all odds.
Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We're going to keep doing it. It's a video documentary. Today's episode is effectively not sponsored by 19 Crimes. Today I have the Snoop Dogg Cali Rose. I never had it until my left. My boy over there got the Martha's. What is that? Martha's what?
Y'all niggas want some? That's Paula Deen, never mind. You seen the meme
Yeah, I
where
know
it's like,
exactly
y'all
what you're
niggas want
talking
some pie?
I know exactly.
The Martha Shard.
It's a Chardonnay.
What's crazy is I didn't know Chardonnay, like, the wine shit is crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Because Chardonnay, I did not know. What it say?
Oh, you can see that. It's Snoop Dico Tapucci.
Damn. The little details like that, like how the cork they got, like on here, they got the Martha on here.
I honestly, I'm going to say it. I feel like the way this is turned up is because Snoop is affiliated with the cannabis brands. Because what other things is really like going crazy on packaging and shit like that? All the people, all the shit. Like, I never seen wine advertised as crazy except like Ace of Spade. Well, yeah, Ace of Spade and fucking the big black ones that people are behind. But like, usually you don't really see too much advertisement and like little details behind this shit, like alcohol at least.
Well, yeah, because I don't. That's one thing I'm not too familiar on. Like, so I don't know if they've been killing it like that from the get go and shit like that. But each one has its own twist. So that'd be their twist. I feel like they added that. Snoop probably added that in there. I don't know if the rest of the 19 Crimes are like that. But yeah, a lot of the alcohol, a lot of like Hennessy, all them. But those are like big brands, so it's like they kind of like solidified, like they packaging. They like we can keep it.
Shout out to Crown, because even though Crown isn't the best, it comes with a pouch and a box.
I fuck with Crown heavy
because you're an N-word.
No, the reason
Shout out to Crown.
Hell yeah,
you was there for one of the niggas can buy the Hennessy bottle.
Damn, that is cool. And I wonder if they ever did something like with the cannabis, like if they ever like there's probably somebody out there that don't re-rock the Crown Royal bags. You think so?
Cannabis wise?
So? Like if they like grab the Crown Royal, you know how they be.
No, I'm saying, but like cannabis wise.
Yeah, like somebody like a packaging that like
let's go. Nothing like that. That might be. I'm trying to think how would that be unless you put in like
free game. We'll say
you put in the
we'll take 90% off top. Nothing crazy.
Are you putting the Mylar bag in a imitation Crown bag, or are you making the Mylar bag a Crown bag?
Yeah, it's kind of
because if you just make like a Mylar bag shaped like a bag of Crown, it's gonna like
I don't think it's gonna hit right.
You feel me? So whoever does it, I'm curious to see what you do. If you ever watch this, If
anything, it'd be like a little shopping, like the shopping bag or something like that. Be like, here, boom. Now, I seen the motherfuckers that would do you ever seen somebody do like a sweat shorts or a straight Crown or a straight Crown fit?
Crown drop. Yeah, those be nasty. Crown dropped the bathrobe, and I was like, I ain't gonna lie, this is hard.
For real?
It was a purple velvet bathrobe with the Crown logo.
And with that little golden tie.
With the gold accents.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that shit sound kind of fire.
Because that's y'all whole shit, so it made sense. I wanted one, but I couldn't afford it.
I didn't even know they ever did something like that.
And guess how much that bitch was?
I won't see me being reasonable. I want to say 100, but me knowing Crown, I feel like it's gonna be about $4.
$75.
What?
This is like
as soon as you said 70, I'm like, fuck, I'm way off. You better say 7,500.
It was around when we started our last job, so that's why niggas couldn't afford it.
Yeah, so that's
we know we wasn't getting paid like that. So I was like, nigga, I'm not finna fuck up some meals off no Crown bag.
Some shit you gonna wear like
I wasn't even getting no hoes at that time. So who was gonna see it?
In that robe, is that something you wear to sleep?
I don't think so. I think you put on the robe to fucking
like you get up out of bed and you throw that bitch on or some shit.
Yeah, like walking around the crib.
And pause in movies, that's how they always do it. They always like go answer the door in the robe, but you would just see them throwing the robe on. Not seeing nothing else. No, I ain't saying none of that weird shit.
Is everything okay? One of them shits. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what to do, what I was supposed to actually do with the robe. And honestly, I don't really see myself needing a robe, but it'd be cool to have. Somebody want to send me a robe.
Exactly.
If somebody want to buy me a robe, you know what I'm saying? I'll take it.
A custom Medusa Road.
I take it, but I do someone different. I'll fuck around and get that made just to have, but still.
The shits and giggles, like kind of like what Josh Kesselman did with the raw shit. He just started making shit. It's like fuck it, John Kesselman. My bad.
Shout out to you.
But yeah, like it's pretty much one of them things. You just kind of like just saying like, "Fuck, I'm at the invest."
He just do okay. Since we were talking about it, shout out to them. But since we were talking about the crown fits, the raw fits be nasty. The raw fits be nasty as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like the hoodies and shit.
They be nasty.
I've never seen someone in person.
You just see him in smoke shops. They be on the wall, and you wonder like, who buying that? But somebody buy it, and it's not because like it's just. He puts the logo. He'll put the logo all over it, like cover it and shit, so you look like you the notification for last 5 papers type shit. So it's kind of crazy, but I get it. And plus, he does such great shit. Like the actual quality of his shit, it'll be like the roll down trick. It's all like the wacky shit that somebody would get high and be like, damn, it would be dope if my pocket turned into a rolling tray. And he'd be like, say no more. He'd do it, but it just happened to look a little kooky sometimes.
Yeah.
Shout out to you though.
Because it's not always for the fashion. Just be like, fuck it.
Yeah,
do a hoodie. Because like the hoodies will have like the shit in them. Like I never seen one in person. I never seen one.
I saw him. I never seen no one with.
I always see him. He be
advertising
the fuck out of his shit well. Like that is one thing. Shout out to John Kesselman because he be killing that.
He always got something to advertise. That helps.
His energy be like, ooh, I be like, ooh, shit, boy. If I ain't gonna buy it, but you know what I'm saying. Like I buy the papers, but.
All the shit that he make, he can never run out of shit to advertise because always. I'm telling you, it got to be some. He just got high, or somebody on his team got high and was like, "Yo, it'll be crazy if you made a ring that could hold this joint, and we could just hit it. That'll be dope." And then they make like a million of them and sell them. Because the shit that he's selling, like, it's not shit you need, but when you see, you like, oh yeah, you know what? That'd be pretty dope.
It'd be like that shit, like you just said, like you probably got high, some shit like that. Damn, imagine this exists, right? And you're like, fuck it, let me look it up. And it's like, oh shit, y'all, it do.
And it's by raw. Even if you don't smoke, you know that logo is synonymous with cannabis.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just make sure this bitch recorded.
Yeah, I think I ain't seen all his stuff. He got so many different damn things. But I ain't never seen one in person. I ain't never seen nobody whip out the hoodie and get the rolling. Now, I've seen rolling trays. I have seen people rock the rolling trays. Yeah.
That seems like, if anything, it might be this, or MJ BizCon that they be talking about. That might be the scene for that type of attire, but I haven't seen it yet.
We got to do that. CannaCon, when we go to
No. I thought you meant dress up in that shit.
Not dress up in it, not dress up in it. So when we go to CannaCon, like, I mean, now that we talked about it, we probably forget by then, but since we already talked
on video.
Yeah, exactly. But since we talked about it, it's going to be like in our brain, like, you know, this shit ain't till October, but we gonna fuck around and see somebody in some type of fit. Because I'm pretty sure we saw somebody in a straight like leaf fit, like. But I know we probably gonna see somebody in like a raw fit. We gonna see somebody in a raw fit, and. But
we weren't there the first day, were we? Or we was like we came.
No. We went both days.
We came towards the end of the first day, so we probably didn't get to see him. He might have been there. Somebody.
He could have
costume like that. Cause I remember when I was in the airport one time going to Korea. A dude was I took a picture of his ass too. I gotta find that shit. His ass was in a full
violated your ass. Hey, you out there? He got violated.
Listen, brother.
I hope I ain't never been that victim of that shit where I got taken a picture of.
A full like purple camo fit. Full purple. You know the purple camo?
Yeah.
Like the childish one. You be like, that's for like dirty Vans people. Pants purple camo, hoodie purple camo. It was just thugging.
He was in the airport. You said?
Yeah. What the fuck? He was on the same flight as me. I was like,
fuck it.
Look at this nigga.
And bro, and you over here talking about him, right? He probably brought that shit thinking it was the freshest shit ever. He said, ooh, purple my color.
Nigga, he was talking loud. He was standing tall, standing on that shit.
Oh, that was his fit. Yeah, that was his go-to.
Fresh is a motherfucking peppermint. Nobody can tell me shit.
Not a peppermint, some more. What's purple? Hell?
You some Mentos right now, boy. With no coat, boy. You looking crazy. That's something, but I don't know about I know what you're talking about, the full direct to garment printed weed leaf or cannabis leaves all over him and shit. I've seen them shits in the smoke shops. I just never seen, Does the Backwoods shit count? Because that shit the
Backwoods shit I would like. When it comes to like the cannabis merch, I feel like the Backwoods probably shine the most.
It shined
because
the most.
I seen a lot of fucking hoodies. The grabba leaf. Let's got not the grabba leaf, but the leaf. It say Backwoods on it, but it's like brown and got the leaves. My homeboy got one.
I think I seen like.
I'm gonna blur out his fucking face, and that bitch gonna get put on the screen.
As you should. You shouldn't even blur out his face. You were bold enough to buy it. Go ahead. He made your bid.
He got that motherfucker. It's got like I'm pretty sure it's got like the leaf is brown and say Backwoods on it. But he was the first person I ever seen with the Backwoods. We was at the beach. This motherfucker pull out a Backwoods. That shit was the ugliest looking blunt I ever saw, right? Ooh. I ain't know what the fuck. This was like, to me, this one Backwoods was fresh back in like maybe 14, 15. And then I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck is that? There ain't no blunt. What kind of shit is that? Bro, this a Backwood. I'm like,
that's how everybody.
That shit should have been left back in the woods. I'm like, what the fuck is that ugly ass shit? And boy, oh my gosh, the way I ain't smoked.
Kind of like a thumb too when you first see it. You're like, man, what the fuck?
But then they got like, I don't know, like I've seen the ones you roll and shit like that, like, and then I'll be like, oh, that ain't bad. They're like, you know what I'm saying? It's smokable.
That was before like rappers was really pushing them too, so they weren't as popular. But once they got popular, it don't matter how the fuck them bitches was looking. Yeah. Oh wait, before I forget, all right. So Backwoods, some of y'all should be nasty, but y'all have a very popular logo and then everything works.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this: when Backwoods made the booty shorts,
oh, I ain't see that. I did not see that. Like the velvet joints.
It was like the boy short shits and like the low key Ethica boxers type shit. They must have licensed with Ethica, and it had Backwoods on it. During the World Star era, when they was posting a bunch of like twerking people, like a bunch of females that just was doing the twerking thing. This is like before OnlyFans and everything. You see those shits everywhere. The Backwoods shorts had a hold on the female community for a very.
I ain't see it, huh? I had to take a breath. I don't know. I drank it and was holding my breath afterwards. I was like, hold on, I got to get a breath after that.
It looked like something just kicked in over there. You all right?
Yeah.
That boy on perks. God.
Yerky.
God. But nah, yeah, that shit had a hold on the community on some crazy shit for sure. I wanted to give y'all flowers.
Who else? I'm trying to think of it. Was there like another brand or something like that? I don't think Swisher ever got no love as far
Swisher did. I seen a Swisher hoodie and shit. It was trash though.
Swishers weren't always bad though, right? As far as like being dry and shit. Because I remember
they used to be popular. So
I remember at first they was like there was some fresh ones and I don't know, it hit a wave when like Backwoods and all that shit popped and I don't know what it was. If Backwoods was fucking up their shipments and shit, but them shits got dry. They got dry to nowhere.
I know Swishers were a thing at one point. Yeah, they were the popular thing to smoke. But when I started, it was games because my homie was smoking. Yeah, we didn't do green because he said they put holes in your heart.
Really?
I don't know. But that was just the lore.
All them bitches probably did the same thing.
That was the lore in Georgia at the time. Green one. I'm saying they probably are, but it was kind of peculiar that leaf was green. Because I know the leaves are green and then they turn brown and shit like that. And I was like, why is this one still green?
See, that's a good logic because at the time when I was getting the game greens, I was like, oh, this is the most natural one because it's green, right? And it's probably the fucking reverse. It's like, I don't know what they're doing.
What are they doing to it to make it green?
Because all the other ones were just brown.
They all brown.
Like the blues.
And Swishers and shit, they're not even just leaves. The Swisher is, they take the leaf, they shred it up and make it like a particle board type of situation. You know how they do wood chips and make particle board? The weak ass wood shit, pause. Like the tables, they like, don't lean on that. The tables that they use in wrestling, that's particle board.
Oh, okay.
They just shred up a bunch of wood chips, glue it all together. So it's not the strongest table, but it's a table.
It's still the same structure. Yeah. Still the same materials.
They do a lot of it with beds and shit. A lot of older beds that's like heavily upholstered and shit. It's particle board.
Damn, I didn't know that shit.
Yeah, so that's what they do with the Swishers and shit like that, or the hemp wraps and shit like that. They unless it looks like a leaf, it was shredded up and fused together and made into paper, like how they do with wood. So if they doing that, if they already doing that to Swishers,
that's pretty much the same process as a hot dog. It sounds like
pretty much. If they doing all that to Swishers, what are they doing to the green one to make it green or keep it or the green? Even with the green games are leaves.
Like a game, like a game leaf.
No, they make game leaves. I think there is regular games. Yeah, okay, so they do the same thing with games too. Then it's like shredded up and they just make it into one little piece. You know who taught me that?
Who?
Call back, John Kesselman.
Damn, because his shit is all hemp, ain't it? Or
yeah, he was doing some like marketing for his hemp blunts that you don't really hear too much about.
Yeah, I didn't know he made.
He apparently got a bunch of shit like the little.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like
flavored paper, the juicy papers or some shit.
Never seen it.
I'd never seen it until he said it was his shit, and I'm like, I think I did hear about that. And Shawty, one of them girls I know. She had them shits. I was like, what the fuck? This is a thing. Shit. And apparently it's pretty popular.
Because I'm trying to think like all his fucking, like you said, the ring, the hoodie, the rollers, the rolling trays. I can't really think of. I be seeing a lot. I watch all. I be seeing a lot of his Instagrams and shit. But I'm trying to think of like
he got the ring shits. That's some wacky.
He been doing that shit since like the 90s too.
Yeah, he's been the rolling paper guy for a very long time.
Yeah.
Even though
now is Raw like the first papers? Like not, I won't say the first, but like is that like the first big one? Like
I think they were the first ones that might have been branded towards cannabis.
Maybe. Oh yeah, because I forgot.
Because I know they had zigzags and
zigzags. That's the thing.
Rizla, if you're from the UK.
I don't remember. Is it from UK?
Yeah.
See, that's Rizlas. The thing is with like I be forgetting a lot of these shits were made for like tobacco and shit like that. Like a lot of these like the Swisher shit, they come with the tobacco in them. Which why do they come with the tobacco in them?
You're supposed to smoke that's a cigar.
So you just supposed to smoke it straight?
A cigarello is a mini cigar. So with the tobacco in it, you're supposed to smoke that. It's supposed to be like a cigar on the go. Like you don't want to sit there and smoke a big ass cohiba. You smoking that little shit. Smoke it real quick. Throw it down. It's your cigar.
Damn. So pretty much blacks, all them shit's the same thing.
Black and mild is a cigar too. You supposed to be smoking all that shit. So, we just dumped the guts out so we have additives.
I had a homeboy, right? He was talking about some. I ain't never had no cigar at this point. He was like, "Yo, y'all want to smoke cigars?" He said, "I got some." I'm like thinking, I know like I've seen movies, so I know like there's the fancy. I know there's the fancy ones and all that shit, right? Uh-huh. You know, we smoke blacks. We had a little era of the blacks. But we know people that smoke way more. We want on that crazy and death.
He ain't lying. To be honest, my first time smoking a black was when I was at the end of high school when I had to stop smoking. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
Nigga, I smoked a black with my girl at the time, and she was like, because we knew people that smoked black. They was like, yeah, it boosts your high and all this shit. But I always used to be like, nigga, I don't need that. I got the weed. We good. Mm-hmm. But when I couldn't smoke no more, I'm like, well, shit. I'm going to go ahead and try it. See, this might be my thing before I go. I might fuck with it. I remember hitting it. We pulled over at this park in somebody's neighborhood. I remember hitting that bitch twice. No, 3 times. Because the 3 was always a magic number for me. I hit that bitch 3 times and get the craziest fucking little tobacco little buzz, that head high. And I'm spinning. I'm like, boy, what the fuck? Shawty sitting there talking about some, I don't know. I don't feel nothing. It tastes nasty. I'm like, yeah, we could put it out. I'm like, oh, I was zooted, bitch.
What flavor? What flavor was it? Plain or like?
It might have been plain at the time, but we started fucking with the wine wood.
Yeah, the wood tip. Yeah, wood tip wine.
I'm exposing you through Glacier.
Hell yeah,
yeah, nigga. Glacier was smoking blacks back in the day. You know your producers.
Hell yeah. We had another little buddy. Hold on, I'll tell my story quick. Then we talk about that little boy that we got addicted to them bitches. All right, bet. So when I first smoked them, I went with I had same thing, trying to stop, smoking weed or whatever for job purposes, and then I was like, "Fuck it, my homeboys, they got a black and mild." And I'm like, "Shit, I've seen them before. I know what they are." Like, fuck, I was like,
I even knew to freak them. Yeah, even though I didn't know what the fuck. So I knew to freak them.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, "Fuck it, let me," what I'm saying, I'll hit it or whatever. So I go to hit that bitch, right? The shape of it is like it looked like it had been popped open already, like not popped up.
The black,
not popped open. I would say. Not like it had it just looked like if you had just rolled up a blunt and then threw the tip on it. So it didn't look like that fresh crisp right out of the thing. So it might have got crushed or something like that. Like he might have stepped on or something like that. So I hit it, right?
Oh, he loaded your shit.
Yeah, no. Listen. So I hit this motherfucker, right? It just looked like it may got stepped on. It wasn't like perfectly right out of the wrapper, right? Uh-huh. So I hit it, and then like you said. I know it's like a cigarette. I'm thinking, I ain't never seen nobody on fucking cigarettes and just been sitting that high and shit. They just be smoking them bitches. And I ain't know they got a buzz from them. So I'm hitting that motherfucker. And I'm like,
I don't think they still do. Only at the beginning though.
At the couple hits, I was like, I felt that shit, and I was like, hey, what's wrong? Like, what's in this? Like I said, what's in this? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's in this? And then he said, nothing, bro. It's a fucking black. And I'm like. Nah, bro. I said, I swear this got. You know what I'm saying?
That's the crazy shit.
I'm like, bro, what's in this?
Because when you hit it, you like, there's no way tobacco do this. There's no way tobacco do this. I'm like, wait, hold on.
And then the wood tip, the wine, that shit just had a little taste to it.
And they be like, blacks are like, what is it, 3 or 5 cigarettes or some shit? The equivalent to 3 to 5.
Yeah, they always said 3.
Some more hood lord. That's hood lord. I don't know the actual statistics.
You know what's crazy? The fact that. You know what I'm saying? I wish we had somebody else to
all
ask.
the hoods are the same.
Like, yeah, like shit. It's crazy how you know what I'm saying, like the childhood memories and shit like that or something like that. It's like, We all told them shits is equal to like 3 cigarettes.
We all from the same place, just different climates,
which
nigga.
is fucking crazy.
The only thing that's different between us is that you used to breathe alligator air. My shit a little different. It was a lot of pollution going on where I was. Like the oblongs or some shit. But it works. You feel me? Hey. But you were going to say about dog.
Little buddy.
Little buddy.
Shout out. We'll name him Z.
Hey, you know it's crazy?
We'll name him Z.
Z, we know through a way different thing. He is a part of he ain't part of the, you know what I'm saying, the La Cosa Nostra, but he grow. He grow.
Oh, yeah, his ass be growing.
I was going to say he part of the crew, the mafia and all that shit, but, you know, I know y'all got to do strange things to get ordained into the homegrown the community.
Oh, shit, but his ass, man, this motherfucker, he was chilling with us. He the white boy in the group, right?
To provide some context, he was I'm gonna be generous here. Probably 5'4", 5'5".
5. We'll go 5'4".
Okay, 5'4", probably like 120-pound white dude that I think wore glasses, and he just was hanging around
the wrong crowd.
The wrong crowd is what we thought. Continue.
So this motherfucker, he got the we get blacks, whatever. He been chilling with us and shit like that. You know, he went and got a fucking car and all that shit, just chilling. Motherfucker almost wrecked the car the first day he get it, but
didn't even lead a lot yet.
Yeah, motherfucker put that bitch in. About hit all of us, actually.
It was hilarious.
About ran all our ass over in that motherfucker.
It was one of them last when you gotta run away and low key like hold your dick so you don't pee on yourself. Cause that nigga, he was like, the dude was like, hey, it's in gear. Oh no, I drive manuals all the time. It's cool, bro. As soon as he started that bitch took off, and not even thinking like, "Oh shit, is he all right?" I instantly start running because I'm laughing. I'm like, "There's no way." I don't even know if he crashed at this point. I'm just laughing. I said, "Damn, little buddy did what?" Yeah, that's hilarious. He don't got that car no more, so everything's cool.
But I think we like just happened to be all chilling or some shit like that. He pulls up on us. What y'all doing? Blah blah blah. Smoking blacks and same thing. This is his first time trying them, right? So he's like, fuck it. He go to. I think he was hitting cigarettes or some shit at the time.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
Way worse.
Or maybe vapes or something. But he was
vaping.
Okay,
he was vaping,
yeah, he was. Yeah, he was a vapor.
Sure.
His ass got
actually not to cut you off. He smoked cigars.
What? Like real cigars?
Actual cigars. Real cigars. That used to be his thing.
Oh, for real? Okay.
You know, the one right next to where he bought the car, there's like the parking lot right next to it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It used to be a cigar lounge thing. He used to
okay. So
yeah.
Never mind. I'm thinking we put him on these shits, right?
About that.
So we ain't no bad.
I mean, that was weird though. That was weird for me to hear that. That was weird.
Yeah. I'm never.
The blacks seem more different environments, but the blacks seem more noble than just going to a cigar lounge.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more likely
at our age.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more likely to run into somebody that smoked a black as compared to a cigar. Now, I know they're the same, but like actually
in a lounge,
you know,
and all that?
The movie fucking cigars, them big ass like the ones we got to go.
You got to clip the end and all that shit.
And then motherfucker be like, what Joe Burrow ass at?
Yeah, that cigars is kind of. I want to finish what you saying first, and I'm gonna speak on cigars.
Man, his ass got it. When I tell you, buddy, started hitting blacks with us, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, the next day he comes to work, right? We see him. This motherfucker, I think we like ride to get something with him or some shit like that. Every time we see him, like taking a little smoke break at work, he's smoking a black. And he'll smoke a cigarette in between that or some shit, or a vape in between that, right? And then we get in the car or some shit with him later on. We go eat or some shit like that. And we see he got like the 5-pack in his. We was buying like ones at a time. Like we would buy one for each of us or some shit. This motherfucker, one dude, right? I see him. He got a 5-pack in his shit. The 5-pack. Next thing you know, the next day, that 5-pack. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about how he got to go buy some more. I'm like, hold on, you just had a 5-pack yesterday. He said, oh yeah, I smoked them yesterday before lunch and shit. I was like, wait, you smoked 5 Black and Milds?
That shit ain't mild.
That motherfucker.
Black and wild.
Damn, boy.
Tweaking. In my days of smoking blacks, bro, I'm telling you, after the 3 hits, after that was just like, put this up. Because I would just be hitting it still, but I already had that buzz. It would go away if anything. And then as soon as that little tobacco buzz go away, I'm tasting how the Black and Mild tastes. I'm like, oh my God, you put that bitch out. The wine, I don't know about wrestling, with the wine, Black and Mild, you put that bitch out, that shit like napalm for your room. Cause that whatever, not even for your room, wherever the fuck you at, it's gonna smell like it. I think I put one out. I woke up in the middle of the night one time back in the days, and I hit one, like probably like I said 3 times. Put it out outside. That shit was outside my window. the whole night. After I brushed my teeth in there, I'm smelling that shit.
That shit.
I'm like, dog, this is impossible.
Yeah.
Smoke that bitch in the car. You're not getting that smell out for a minute.
Yeah.
I just realized, I was like, nah, this ain't it. I can't fuck with this one.
That is
gross.
You remember, speaking of getting out the car, remember the little blunt sprays and shit? They would sell like the corner stores and shit.
I have numerous videos
strong as fuck
with Glacier. Because I used to sell, what was the flavor you used to get?
I want to say it was like one of them yellow ones, like a yellow or orange
That's
one. Like
the
a
one
citrus.
niggas
Like,
used
it
to
was always
get,
the citrus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all that
exactly.
other shit.
It was like some citrus.
My homies used to get that. But my shit used to be, I used to be like, man, I didn't have no car at the time back in high school when the Blunt Power was, I think the brand got introduced to everybody. Well, to me at least. They used to talk about the blunt spray and everything. I'm like, well, if we're buying this to not raise suspicion for smoking weed, I don't think you getting this mango one is going to make sense. You're a teenage boy. You don't just walk around smelling like mangoes.
Your eyes probably red as hell.
Your eyes red as hell. You smell like a fuck ton of mangoes. Something's off. So my shit was, I went in the store to buy my first one. I'm looking through them. I'm like, man, let me see if I can find some shit normal, like leather or some shit like that. Like, I want to find something normal enough where like a nigga smell and be like, who the fuck smell like belts? Or some shit. I want to.
Nigga, you just got a whooping, huh?
Yeah, you don't know. You can't get right. You can't get right because you always smell like a belt. I wanted that type shit. I couldn't find that, but I found the baby powdered blunt spray. Oh my God, I fucked the.
You know it's crazy because I remember you having that shit.
I fucked the school
I remember you having that shit because I remember I got in your car one time and said, nigga, it smell like baby powder in here. I remember I got in your car. This was when you had the charger. I said, damn, it smell like baby powder in this motherfucker. You said, you know what I'm saying?
I had the same video of doing the same shit.
That's crazy.
Redacted, whatever. You know his name. It's in his bio.
Exactly.
And then Glacier got down. He was he did the same shit. And that's what sparked it. Cause this was probably like 2018 or some shit. He went in the store and like, yeah, I had to get a blunt spray. And I'm like, damn, why do every nigga think this mango or citrus, whatever the fuck, it was damn near the orange tint. Why does everybody think this the one that this is so hot? I sprayed some baby powder because he must have forgot to spray it or whatever. We went through the gate. He said, boy, you got a rash or something, nigga? I'm like, exactly. If somebody smell me, they gonna assume. I
just had the kids earlier.
Yeah,
you know,
they gonna assume I got a kid, or I just, you know what I'm saying, my chest be, or whatever. Nigga, they not gonna think twice, but if you smell like mangoes and citrus, you don't look like a nigga that smell like mangoes and citrus. They're like, man.
Especially when it's fresh. Like, if it was like the next day, it's like the smell kind of gonna die down a little bit. It's cool. But if you getting pulled over 5 minutes after the fact, it's like, damn, boy, it smells strong. Yeah. Or as you getting pulled over, you spraying that shit, that cop gonna put it. The cop are like, damn, my boy, your back light, I was just telling you to get it fixed, but I know you covered something.
Yeah, you gotta, you're not letting the air. You can also smell when something's on top of something. Like, if you smoked and then you throw some shit on top of it real quick, they're gonna be able to just tell how overpowering the newest scent is. They're like, okay, something's missing, and then they might catch the faint of whatever if it's even faint, they might catch it and be like, oh, come on. Especially if it's like smoke. Yeah. With ash and shit, they gonna smell the ash or whatever, and they're like, okay. But if you got that baby powder going, even if you got the weed smell under it, that baby powder is so strong, that shit overpowers everything. And it's such a familiar and regular scent.
That is a normal one.
It doesn't even raise any suspicion.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm immediately, I said, damn, it smell like baby powder in here. Like, I'm thinking of a kid. It's automatically, I'm thinking of a kid. That's the only thing. Like, that's like, hey, motherfucker, maybe he had a girl earlier and she had a kid or some shit. I don't know. Like, that's the immediate thought. Is this
that's your little smoke hack for me. You know, I'll give you one more.
Oh, I was just about to, hold on. Let me. I was about to ask you, but since you already gonna go with it, I was gonna ask you like, what are how many different ways that you know of getting rid of weed smoke or just smoke in general?
All right,
for like car purposes.
So in the whip, you know the little air trees, the air.
I was gonna ask about that. I remember seeing a video.
Light that bitch on fire. As soon as it catch enough, blow that bitch out and let it burn like an incense.
Okay.
That bitch it's the same thing as an incense, but that one's gonna obliterate the smell immediately.
Now, do it matter to like?
It don't matter.
Black ice.
Just know.
Is that a typical one? Black ice.
Yeah. Just know whatever one.
I know that's the one I always get.
Is the black ice and the new car smell.
New car smell.
Most typical one. But it's the little trees. Everybody know it. But just know whatever one you get, you about to burn that shit. So it's gonna smell like an exaggerated amount. They have the little cans of AutoZone, Walmart, and shit like that. It's like a little bomb. You crack that bitch
Ozium or some shit.
Well, Ozium. is another thing.
Oh no, you're talking about the
it's like a little bomb.
Yeah.
There's a couple brands. I know McGuire's.
You just push it and that bitch keeps spraying.
Yeah, spray like how they used to do with the
foggers. The foggers. Yeah. I just had to light one of them in the storage, motherfucker. So,
Ghetto Unity. Yeah, but motherfucking those shits, you're supposed to set it off and then you turn your AC on. You're not supposed to be in the car and cycle through. It's on circulate and everything. And then you hit it without the circulate, go out the back. Also, the little button with the arrow, that means circulate. So when you smoking, just because you feel the air blowing harder doesn't mean it's coming out the car. The circulate button means I'm circulating the same air back and forth. So that's why your car get colder when you're using the circulate button.
You know what's crazy? I was always trying to figure out that fucking...
I used to think that.
I was like, what is it? I said, so is the air coming from outside or inside? I said, what the fuck? I don't
Whatever air is already in your car, maybe might use a little bit from outside just to keep fresh oxygen, but it's just going to keep circulating. So if you're smoking in your car, you hit the circulate button. The circulate button is for the hot box. When you done hot boxing, if you want a hot box, you turn off the circulate button so the orange light isn't on no more. Then it blows that shit out your muffler. You'll be able to see it if you stand out your car, close the door, turn it off, circulate. You just see excess shit coming out your muffler.
At the muffler?
Out the all the smoke gonna come out your muffler.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all. I never knew really where.
Yeah, think about where else would it go.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I was over here thinking like, where the fuck else? Like,
it gonna blow out the asshole of the car.
It's gonna chill until you open that bitch.
Just like when you breathe, you know what I'm saying? It come out your mouth. It don't come back out your grill, but it, you know what I'm saying? You farted. Your car farted.
I'm trying to think. I can't really think other than the sprays and the.
When you driving and you say you smoking while you driving, you lower your front window, your driver window, and your back passenger window because it creates a steady flow of air. So it can. So when you open all your windows,
it might loud ass shit.
You roll all your windows down, it'll create like a tornado, for lack of better words, in the middle of your car of just smoke and scent and shit like that. But when you keep the fucking one window open from opposite directions, like just diagonal flow, the air comes in one way and comes out the other way. So it takes the smoke in without, simultaneously.
I used to drive my mom. I used to drive my mom little Toyota Corolla, and she had like cloth seats, right? Mm-hmm. Smoking, blah blah blah. Smoke kind of linger onto it. So I would every time I would smoke.
You should smoke a Corolla too. I just thought about that.
Yeah, blue one. Exactly. Yeah, it was like a little gray one.
That shit crazy.
I was like, we go chill, and I was like, fucking, I would never hotbox it. Like, we'll smoke in it, but I was like, we want hotboxing it because you hotbox it, like, you really, like, that shit is finna seep. If you kind of just had the windows down and let it blow out, it's not gonna be too bad. It's gonna smell like it, but it won't be as strong. So then I would go hit, like, it'd be midnight. I'd go hit one of them, I would always make sure I had some change on me, or I'd stop and get some and hit the little car washes. Go ahead and hit the vacuum, just vacuum that motherfucker. And then they also got the, they be having the sprays and shit too. So you can switch from vacuum to spray, and I'll just pick like New Car or Black Ice and just spray that motherfucker down. Like, I keep hitting that bitch and just spraying it. I'll be like, is that bitch, is it out? Is it out?
It's always good to keep your car smelling fresh.
Bro, and it was like winter too. I remember having all windows down. Driving after doing that, cold as fuck. I'm just sitting there. I'm high as fuck. I'm shaking. I'm just trying to get home. I'm like, fuck all this. Like,
I used to be that friend, like, yo, crack the window, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We about to drive home, bro. Just crack the window. Yeah. We already high, bro.
That's what I never understood. Like, motherfuckers, like, you letting that, like, motherfuckers used to be like, you let, like, say I got to pee, or I got, like, bro, it's like, it's not that.
I don't give a fuck about that breaking the hot box shit.
Like, I'm already hot, bro.
What?
No, bro.
Not going for that.
I had this friend, right? Keep in mind, my car ain't have AC, but I had this friend, so we were gassing his shit. It's the purpose is because of the AC. But when we smoke, like you said, the circulate is for hotboxing. When you're not, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna let it out. So this motherfucker would just shut it off completely. And I wish I knew that circulating shit, because I would have told him, like, bro, you good, just put it on circulate. But no, we sitting there hot as fuck, sweating. It's Florida heat, so that shit fucking, that's actually fucking, I think that shit illegal to not have AC. But bro, we hot, we sitting there hot as fuck just to get hot. I'm like, bro, like, I was cool, but the hot boxing shit, that shit cool and all, but I promise you, like, that shit just prevent my oxygen. Like, I done been second
burn
high.
The fuck out your eyes.
Yes,
oh
bro.
My God. I don't care. I'll be that nigga. And if we have to do some hot boxing shit, I'm coming in there with shades on. And I'm turning on the AC and pressing circulate. And I'm waiting for you to be like, bro, you landing it? No, I'm not.
No,
There's no smart. Air coming out at all.
I'm being smart.
It's going to be 69 or 67 degrees in here with the same smoke. Shut up. Relax. Teslas are really good at getting rid of ventilating shit, because they have some shit. Effectively, it's like a gas mask type shit. Like, it'll filter in the outside air. Their filters are real good, apparently. And then it filters, it gives you clean air and shit. And if you turn off your circulate, it'll push that shit right out with the same intensity. If not, like a little bit less, you driving and shit.
That's just killing it.
Lil Duval was talking about it.
You find out new little shit like that every time. Like every time I hear somebody, I hear something. Every time I talk about Tesla, I hear something new about it, like a new feature. And I'm like, damn, like I was already kind of like hooked on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I had the bread, I'd easily buy one. But it's just like I'm sitting there like, when the bitch be like $100K for the one I want, think that bitch like Hyundai.
That was a clip, by the way.
What?
All them smoke tricks. Yeah, I got
exactly.
That.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking about.
I didn't realize I knew so many.
Because I was trying to think. I was like, I couldn't think of any more other than fucking hitting that thing. And I was like, other ones you said. My whole big one was that the trees. Because I seen that on that was back on Vine. I seen somebody do that. I think it was like a couple dudes sitting in the car. They lit that motherfucker, and then everybody was like, oh shit.
They got this. The one, well, it's not in the car, but they got the hotel one where it's like you wet the towel or you soak a towel, put it under the door, smoke in the shower while the steam running. I never tried that because I always felt like it was hot, but there is a way you can finesse it.
So I also heard with that one, like you do that, say you smoke in the bathroom, and if you got a match, light the match, and then throw it in the toilet and flush it, and for some reason that gets right. I don't. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as masking because now it's just gonna smell like a match, like that burn of the match is gonna be because I don't know what the flushing the toilet does.
It just never seemed worth it to me. I go outside, go smoke in my whip instead of smoking in the hotel room.
Yeah,
but if you really feel the need to it, this is how you get out of it. Make some popcorn in the hotel's microwave, burn it.
Make it after though. Don't make it during because you want if you smelling popcorn during it, you might not know. You like, oh shit, it's popcorn from the popcorn from the fat. No.
That plus if you do it with the pop while you smoking, they're gonna smell the popcorn, but the popcorn scent is gonna last. But they're also gonna smell the current marijuana smoke odor that just keeps coming. So after you done smoking or whatever, or like not even after, but like halfway through the blunt. Or joint or whatever, and you're getting low, put some popcorn in the microwave. Let's say put it on 1 minute and 30 seconds, put it on 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Let that bitch burn, get black. And the smell of burnt popcorn, everyone knows the smell of burnt popcorn. Yeah. It lingers. You can't get rid of that shit.
Yeah. That shit ain't going. That shit ain't going until feel like leaving.
Exactly, it's gonna leave whenever.
Even when you think it's gone, like it might be gone in the crib. Whatever case, you go open the microwave, that bitch still chilling in there.
Exactly,
it's gonna
that
be
microwave
up for a day.
Gonna smell like
it's gonna be
there
for a day.
So
it's gonna be a couple meals get warmed up in between that.
Your weed is gonna be loud and everything, especially if you got top. But the popcorn smell is more of a familiar and annoying smell. So that one's gonna catch. So if someone smells that, they gonna be like, "Damn, who burnt popcorn?" They might not even focus on the fact that, oh shit, it smell like fucking Sunday Driver in there.
Ooh, speaking of Sunday Driver,
I do my thing. Go ahead, do your thing.
The one. Damn, what the fuck? I was on to something too, boy. I thought I broke science.
I said something about Sunday Driver.
Yeah, that's what sidetracked me right there. I started thinking about Sunday Driver and fucking, which that was I told you that was a cross between Fruity Pebbles and shit. And I was wondering why I fucked with it so much. I was like, nah, I'm not big on taste. Like I already told you. Like I was asking him, like, how the hell you be tasting shit that you gotta smoke it like this? And I'm like, nah, still tastes the same, right? So I was like, with Sunday Driver, I was like, this shit tastes familiar. I don't really know the taste of it, but like whatever you read online, what it said tastes like, I can't taste that shit, but I taste something. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It tasted familiar, and I was like, I come to find out, I seen what it's crossed with, and it was crossed over Fruity Pebbles, and that's what I said. Like, I was like, damn, that was my favorite strain. Like growing up, like I remember, being in high school, and like I don't know if it was at the time in high school for sure. Like if you heard a name, that shit was like rare. A lot of shit was like either loud. This is before ZA, so a lot of shit was like loud, mids. At first it was just loud and Reggie. Then mids came into play. Mids was like give you headaches and shit like that.
He from Florida though. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that.
But yeah. So that shit, I remember I was fucking with that shit. Don't know if it was truly Fruity Pebbles or that's because a lot of people like this that fruit, and I just like then they start calling Fruity Pebbles. So I was like, I don't fucking know. I'm just what I'm saying. Like I know I'm high as fuck from it.
I mean but from that and you said Crippy, right? Is that Florida ones?
I'm not sure. That's what
I've heard. Crippy was one. I never heard of those two strains. I heard of Fruity Pebbles when I went to DC that first time. But then when I was living in Georgia, because that's when I started smoking at. When I was living in Georgia, it was mostly like Kush, gas.
Exactly.
You know, niggas was smoking plat and bub and shit like that. But that's when the other shit started coming in, like Girl Scout. We had Girl Scout.
Girl Scout, yeah, that was.
And we was able to tell the difference for sure. When we smoked Girl Scout, it was a different type of high than when we smoked our regular Kush, bubba, plat. We had some shit. I don't remember what it was called, but we just called it the shit with the orange hairs, amber hairs.
Yeah,
that shit had us gone.
So more like a haze or some shit.
It was crazy. And in New York, the popular one was Sour Diesel. That was the one.
Yeah, that's
New York Sour Diesel was the one. That's the block work. If you aren't familiar with that term, block work is exactly what it is. It sounds like the work you get on the block. That's the weed that you was gonna get in the fucking red nickel bag or whatever the case may be. They had haze and shit. That's the one that's the Za of New York at one point. Now New York, if you go to New York, there's so many cannabis brands because that's what most of the big brands. Well, that's where Jokes Up got a lot of stamps and shit going. So they pretty much got
New York is they popping and shit like
Jokes
that.
Up,
and their governor. If I'm saying the actual representative right, I'm pretty sure it's the state governor. His ass, he fucking with that shit heavy. Like he legalized that shit. The work around it before, like pretty much saying like it's decriminalized and we don't care if you smoke. So
I think
smoke.
It's the mayor.
The mayor.
The mayor is the one that's if he that is him, or it's the good and the bad? Because
I've been seeing a lot of mixed stuff on it.
Because that nigga he ain't playing. He getting crime up out of there. If you claim a gang in New York, get him out of here. You know how quick all the gangster niggas, all the drill niggas that's in New York, and it's crazy if you still doing the drill shit, pack it up. But if them niggas is all getting caught up, it don't matter on what, and the way they getting caught up, it's like. Besides that, and the obvious evidence trail for the music videos, but it's like they getting caught with guns on them and shit. New York don't play about guns. They never did. This whole concealed carry thing is so crazy that people like talking about it. I doubt people are gonna be able to. The regular people are gonna be able to get concealed carriers in New York.
It's gonna be like law enforcement.
It's gonna be a crazy process to get it. And they say you gotta turn on your social media and shit anyway. If you from New York and you had Facebook when Facebook was going, you're not getting your gun license. We played too different. We said too much shit that wasn't like funny. All this shit like, K after something's like killer. Mm-hmm. We used to just say that on some funny shit. Like, fat niggas K or some shit like that. They gonna read that and be like, oh, you claim to be a blank blank killer. You are a fat nigger killer, which means you hate black fat people. Wow. You want to kill them. Nah, you can't get your gun. But
that's like the sucky feeling. Motherfucker
go like, I don't even know how.
And Snapchat don't play about weed.
Oh, that's
Snapchat deleting motherfuckers.
All that type of shit.
I have.
Oh, there's a nigga who worked for the was it the Biden or the Trump administration, or maybe Department of Defense? One of the like top. He in the top with the feds.
Yeah.
He about to go to work for Snapchat. He did something with
Secretary of Defense or some shit.
Yeah, he was like the former Secretary of Defense,
the head of it.
He about to go. He got like a big position at fucking Snapchat, and so that don't tell you something. You're a fool. That's one.
And they already cracking down and like motherfuckers get deleted. Like
ain't no Deuce Farm Snapchat.
Yeah,
so don't even look for that shit.
Honestly, like
that shit is
crazy. Creating and jocking pictures. Like kudos to you because I don't got no.
And people was mad at him. They was like, "How you gonna go from the feds to the?" Let me tell you something. Federal jobs don't pay that much at all. He was a Secretary of Defense, like real high up there. His base salary is probably $150,000.
And it's crazy because the outside person, you looking at all these people like motherfuckers. Like I thought the president was fucking rich.
Well, I
thought the president was like the highest paid motherfucker in the world.
You would think so, right?
Right.
When I was in high school, they said 400 bands. Oh, maybe junior high, some shit. They said 400. I was like, even then I knew 400,000.
Yeah,
50 Cent just bought a Hummer. You ain't buying too many Hummers with 400,000. That's cap.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but knowing what we know, you get a lot of incentive pay for doing little
shit. So it's like that shit. So they probably do get like
hell no
endorsements and then like they sponsors and shit. That
a whole bunch of money for doing regular shit because you're a very important person. But like
hell, you got Biden talking about that crime bill. He was somebody asked him about like the people locked up for like weed and shit like that, and he was like, I think anybody locked up for weed is stupid or not. Maybe lack of choice of words, but he's like. I think it's dumb. Nobody should be locked up, and we working on the crime bill and all that now. Which is like, bro, why is like working on it? It's like, bro,
you know
like,
what's crazy? The craziest part about that, not to cut you
what's
off,
up?
that's a slap in the face because Joe Biden was like one of the main people who was behind the crime bill.
Red.
When the crack epidemic came around and shit, Joe Biden was part of the advocates saying, nah, give these niggas a lot of time. You getting, at that time, that's when you was getting around the same prices for selling, same time slots for selling crack as you would for like shooting somebody.
What? Nigga, I didn't know he was.
There's a video
trying to undo his wrongs.
There's a video of him in the Supreme Court standing there saying why this is bad. That's why they go so crazy about him on the Hunter Biden shit. Cause they're like, all these people that you threw in jail, your son's still smoking crack.
Oh yeah.
So it's your son, nigga, not the plug.
Trump ass.
So he's sitting there doing the thing. That's why that was one of Trump's points too. He was like, y'all voting for this man to come in here, but y'all do know he the reason why your OG and your hood ain't there. Like, it's him. And Kamala Harris is apparently part of it too. I ain't know these things until it was.
Yeah, I don't be big into politics, but it'd be funny. It'd be funny being with my genre of folks, and they be like just going in on it. I just be sitting there like, that's where I learn some shit from, and I go like you know what I'm saying. I may take something. Like, I learn something new, and I go.
I knew both of them.
Like now I know about the Biden shit. So the next watch, I'm finna you might be the one that I might be telling somebody about Biden. I'm like, yeah, you know he was behind the crime bill.
I'm be like, I heard that too.
You seen the thing with the. You was talking about like his son being on coke and shit. You seem like they got that.
His son is on crack.
Oh, damn difference. My bad. He upgraded.
It's a big difference. He didn't upgrade. I don't say
it's
downgrade.
A rocky road.
he definitely did a lateral move that wasn't for the better. He was smoking crack.
I don't know what Lil Yachty said, but he said something about he rock climbing.
Exactly. Digitally smoking crack at that. He's making little music video damn near. Like, you know how when you put all the clips together for TikTok and they make the reel for you? Mm-hmm. It was one of those with him and like a hooker or something in a hotel room. I know he was naked at one point, and he definitely showed like him either smoking the crack or the crack rock.
Oh, he wild.
Out of there.
Oh, he wild.
But Joe Biden, and then that's why everybody going crazy on him on Twitter, because they're like, well, by your logic, he's supposed to be in jail. How you locked up motherfucking run-of-the-mill drug dealer kingpin from Harlem back in them days? He's still in jail to this day, but your son smoked crack. Are you trying to blame the fact that your son smoked crack on these kingpins? I'm not saying that the niggas that smoke crack are just like great people and they should be out on the streets or whatever, but as a president, you got to be fair. Your son posting these videos, or they say, I thought I saw some, just giving benefit of the doubt, I thought I saw something that said his shit got hacked. Okay, even if he got hacked, your son is out here smoking crack digitally. You were just at a rally, a nigga stood up at a college, one of the college professors stood up and said, so what are you going to do about your son smoking crack? And you went, okay. And continued to talk as if you didn't know about it. He said
that wasn't on the screen, the teleprompter.
So it's like, man, I don't know. But you know, that's probably why people are not so happy with you. I'm being fair. And to be honest, what were the original claims like with the election? Weren't they supposed to like get rid of student loans and shit? Like
I think the student loans was one of them. Get rid of student loans.
I think they did lower it though. They cut off some percentages of it.
Yeah, that
for
shit.
Some people, but I don't think it's completely gone.
That shit did. I don't remember all that shit. See it. It felt like it's been so long ago, but that shit was literally like not even 2 years ago.
I think this is
2020. Yeah,
which is crazy. I don't want to misquote, but I'm pretty sure this happened. Trump signed a bill so a lot of people could get out of jail.
Yeah, yep.
Right?
No, yeah, that's true. Because it was on the news. Everybody was just getting out of prison.
Joe Biden, I think he recently signed or was trying to sign to undo that. That's so how I found out about him being involved in that, because Trump was talking about it.
See, that's the fucking stupid shit about it, bro.
Like, remember, Kamala Harris, that was her thing. Like, she was throwing a lot of drug dealers in jail and shit like that. And shit like that,
bro. It just don't make sense to me, because there's so much. You got rapists out here, you got murderers out here. Like, I get it. Somebody killed somebody raping somebody doing all these other things.
You mean to tell me you would throw a rapist in jail over a nigga who had an ounce of Zah?
Exactly. See, that shit
tripping.
See, that's their logic. That's how the motherfuckers be thinking. It's like
an ounce of marijuana could infect 400 people. And then you hear them say that straight face. You're like, bro, where does that come from? Who did that math?
Yeah, it's like, what? Like,
that can make 393 marijuana cigarettes.
One less nigga might have died because you legalize it, and now that one nigga was high, so he was too high to even go out here and kill somebody. He was in a good zone. You know
not
what I'm
even
saying?
that.
His mind was right.
Look at Oregon. Didn't Oregon legalize all drugs not too long ago?
I don't know if they. I think they. I think that's I think it's decriminalized. Yeah, decriminalized. Same.
What's going on over there? I haven't heard.
I ain't heard nothing since they said that. That's the last
time I heard. Thing.
And they got up north somewhere. I'm not sure the state. It could be that but they got like the controlled substance, like they like giving people like crackheads and shit like that, crack and fentanyl. Like, but they controlling it so they don't die.
That's Joe Biden.
That shit is like that shit. I'm like, shit. I seen that shit
to
today.
Give out free crack pipes.
Like what they do is they administer it for them. They give them like the fentanyl. I was like, like I know they give fentanyl in hospitals, but I'm like, fentanyl, I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I do not. You know what I'm saying? I do not condone any of that, the junkie behavior. You know what I'm saying? Outside of weed, the list kind of dwindles down after that. There ain't too much. You know what I'm saying?
No and pills that you ain't prescribed.
Exactly. No powder, no pills. You know what I'm saying?
If you prescribe them, I ain't gonna judge you. If they give you Xans because you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You got actual mental.
But just for like regular consumption and shit like that, motherfucker.
Like, boy, I'm finna be a geek.
Like, yeah, I'm having a bad day. Let me do some fentanyl. It's like, no. And then,
if you doing fentanyl, no.
And I get it, like people are junkies, so they like, what is it called? Cold turkey or some shit like that. Like, or they get like
the withdrawals.
Withdrawals. So I get like they, you know, it's the withdrawals because they've been doing it for so long. So that's probably why they administer them to like calm down on that. But it's just like, damn, it's like.
The fact
it's the shit we worry about. If a motherfucker want to go do some fentanyl, if he just happen to, you know, KO, that's on him. Like,
not even just that.
I don't get it. Like
the fact that there's like a nationwide.
We over here supporting junkies instead of so like
you can, you know, help these people smoke crack safely.
Yeah.
Versus you got a bunch of states that are making it illegal to be homeless. Why didn't we just use that money?
Tennessee it was Tennessee.
Tennessee, I think, is another state that just did.
They did it. There was a state that did it in the past too.
Missouri,
like, a minute ago.
I don't want to misquote none of you states, but one of them states out there just made it so that it's a fine. You get it's a $750 fine and 15 days in jail if you get caught sleeping on state property. It's officially a trespassing, so you can't be homeless on state property.
And what that homeless person gets locked up, guess what? Now you providing a home for them, food, shelter, water, and that's all coming from tax money and shit like that. So
food,
it's like
shelter, water.
You digging more in other people's pockets.
He gotta pay a $750 fine when he don't have one of those dollars. And now, what? If he don't pay that fine, he has to go back in jail.
And guess what? That's more money.
That's more money, but that's kind of the thing. You know, they always say that these jails and prisons and shit are big business.
And then the fact
you gotta have employers.
The fact that you got like the federal penitentiaries, the state penitentiaries, you got the private ones. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you got all these different.
That's crazy. The fact that you can,
and they don't all gotta abide by the same shit. Like, I don't
as a citizen could just open a prison.
Like that shit is
as long as it meets, of course, like certain standards. You could be you can own a prison.
And the shit that should be
not all money, good money, y'all.
And that should be like crazy, like the fact that, you know, like people, you go sell some weed, your ass getting a lot. They trying to give you life by this shit. It's like, what the fuck? Like, at all things, weed. You know what I'm saying? Like
Ralo,
is that what he got locked up for?
Yeah, got not the best example, but you know, Ralo, known trapper in Atlanta. Owned an apartment complex.
Oh yeah. You talk. Yeah, I remember this. You telling me about it.
He posted a picture on Instagram. What I'm gonna say, it was either 500,000 or $1 million. It was between 500 and 1.5 on a table. And this is when he first got signed to Gucci Mane. Like, you heard Ralo name, but you know, like, music wasn't that lucrative for Ralo, not yet at least.
Mm-hmm.
So you having this $1 million on a plane, a private jet, okay. On the way back. Apparently, these 4 black vans was parked outside. When the plane lands, luggage is immediately thrown in these black vans. The black vans are sent on their way. The black vans get pulled over. They find like, I think it was between 500 to 1,000 pounds of weed in this shit.
Wait, how much?
500 to 1,000 pounds of weed.
God damn.
And the flight was to California, somewhere in like the Humboldt area.
Oh,
like,
shit.
think it was like Sacramento or some shit. Somewhere around where they be growing. I'm not sure Humboldt's
north,
by.
Yeah, up north.
Somewhere where they be growing.
North is definitely the.
So apparently the feds was watching them and people snitched. But Ralo got caught up with, the 1,000 pounds. It wasn't on his person, but it came out his plane, and those are his employees. They were all wearing his T-shirts. Ooh. That's like everybody getting caught with Deuces shirts with a bunch of weed on them.
Yeah, but I don't fucking know any one of them.
Man, them niggas merchants. Well, they live in your apartment complex that you don't charge anyone rent for. I fuck with they grandmother. Yeah. You can't get out of it. So, and he had like $500K on him. So they like, okay, well, you went over there. You spent $1 million. You have the money left over. This is from this original picture. We found the weed. He was in jail probably like 5 years. Just trying to fight the case. And he just got sentenced to like 8 years. But he got time served, so he should be getting like next year or some shit. But that's another one of the ones that got locked up for some cannabis. It was a substantial amount. I would give him that, but it's cannabis nonetheless.
Shit, he could have been going out there. He going to Cali, like
I think he got helped by that Trump bill. The Trump bill helped him out.
But he was on a private jet too.
But they was trying to get that nigga life. Yeah,
for that
they was trying to get that nigga like 20 years.
Oh my god,
20 to 25 years. Originally, his life because they'd be like they would write out all your offenses, and they'd be like the maximum add up to life. But they was trying to give him like 20 years or some shit, and he turned it down. That's why he actually that's why he was in jail for so long. Because they wasn't trying to give him nothing. It was like, well, bro, we gonna give you the max. You had all this weed.
That should be crazy to me how they do that. Like, there's like, okay, it's like playing not Jeopardy. Well, yeah, Jeopardy. It's like, say you're gonna win all this, but if you lose, you're gonna lose. Like, if you know what I'm saying? If you get this question wrong, you lose all this money. It'd be like the same concept. They'd be like, all right, this is the max sentence. You're going to get 25. But then, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do an offer. The offer is fucking 15 years. You're like, bro, fuck no. Like,
15 years.
You know what I'm saying? You was talking about 25, like, and just 10 less for 15? Hell no. Like, and if you take it to trial, it's like, there's a chance that they're going to be trying to grill your ass.
But the sad reality.
You can get let go free. You can get less time, or you can get fucking the max. It's
sad reality is a lot of people don't have them lawyers to say what he just said. Like, to be like, nigga, nah. Like, well, this is a possibility we could lose trial, but I think we could beat this. Like, that 15 years, I feel like we can beat this. What do you want to do? If you just feel like, nah, I want to go against him, you feel me? Then obviously you haven't been paying attention to the United States of America versus Kentrell Golden, I think his last name is. Young boy. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not one of them people, but for this week.
He's locked up still?
For this week, Young boy better. Young boy just beat the feds.
What?
Young boy just beat the feds.
Because they had the helicopters on him.
They had that nigga dead to rights, dog. They had him in a music video with a gun, which he said was an airsoft gun.
All on probation.
They threw the SD card out, all on probation. Actually, he was also on a suspended sentence. He got off probation for that. And then that happened right then. There was a video of him holding a gun. His lawyers got the SD card thrown out, so they couldn't use it because they was like, well, we also use airsoft. We use airsoft guns in our videos. Who are you to say that these are different? No serial numbers or nothing being shown. These are airsoft guns. In all his other videos, and they was like, oh, okay, I guess we can't use it. It's beyond reasonable doubt.
I don't know why they reach for the music videos and shit. It's like, it don't matter if the shit real. Did he actually shoot somebody in a fucking music video? Like, this shit a prop. Even if it's real, it's still just
it's just for,
unless you fucking Lucci. I mean, I'm assuming it's unloaded.
A lot of these niggas, Lucci. Shout out to Caltech if you don't know. Free 650. But he unless he did whatever they say he did, then I'm out of there. But he then young boy got on a high speed chase in a Rolls Royce Cullinan. So there's no really telling. Oh no, a Rolls Royce, a $600,000 car running from the cops. Yeah, I wonder who it could be. Honestly, it could be 3 people. The baby, Kodak, or young boy. Ain't nobody else doing shit like that. Or the baby is a law-abiding citizen. I ain't gonna do it like that. But Yak.
Yak. I think he just got released.
Young boy went on the run. Bond. After they pulled over he pulled over the Cullinan, hopped out on feet. They found a gun. Apparently, these federal agents didn't even fingerprint the gun. That's what I'm saying. Somehow his lawyers found out. It was like, did you test it upon it? The people was like, what did the cop say? The cop said, well, we found it in his car, which he ran from. So they was like, did you test it?
But you have to always do that type
That's
of shit.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I thought cops are supposed to test it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to do that. Apparently that cop fucked up. So young boy beat the feds. Now, it's good because young boy beat the feds and it provides hope to other people who might be going through shit that they might beat whatever their situation is. But it's also bad because now there's going to be a lot of people attempting to beat the feds. Some might be successful, some might not be. But then keep this in mind. That organization is a very flourishing organization because a lot of people...
That's the biggest game.
Yeah. A lot of people just know we can't beat the feds. We'll just take the plea deal. That's why their conviction rate is so high. But if this big rapper, someone with a lot of influence, just beat them, just know they're going to want their lick back. So whether it's NBA YoungBoy or another prominent rapper, because they just took this L, they're going to want to make an example of you.
Well, hell, you got them trying to make the example. Why it's
they do it. That's not the feds. That's the state.
Oh.
That's the state. Fuck? But she's apparently going after 2 more gangs. It might be a little baby.
Yeah. 4PF.
She said she's going after 2 in the next 60 days, 2 prominent, and that was a couple of days ago, 2 prominent gangs in Atlanta. I'm not saying 4PF is a street gang. I thought it was a music group. Yeah, but honestly,
they be selling them chains at Walmart.
But you got to think about this.
They had to sue them for that shit.
They're going to kick it like, well, you openly, claim this group of people and you cool with these people. They do this, so you did it. You're the most popular person, so you got to be using your money and influence to make the gang better. We're charging you too. So that's the ideology they're going off of. So they said 2. So there's a couple big gangs in Atlanta. I'm curious on who the next one is, but there's a couple rappers that are part of these big groups, so we'll see.
Yeah, that'd be the thing. And then it'd be crazy. It'd be like some people be a part of these shits and you don't even be knowing. Like,
but it is state though.
Yeah,
it's state. And
that's Georgia,
I've heard mixed things about the DA that's going after the thing. How she's like. See,
I'm surprised because I swear, like, I could be fucking wrong, but I swear I'm fucking not. Now, I don't know all the things. I know they try to say he set up a hit on, like, Lil Wayne or some shit like that, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm saying is, outside of the bad shit,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying he did it. The evidence suggests you at least know who did it. Dude.
But look. My thing is, look, Lil Wayne is still. Hey, look. Hey, you remember the shit with T-Rail?
Yeah.
Look, fucking Thug set up the hit with T-Rail. He shot his ass with the airsoft gun in the eye. It was a failed hit.
Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. They said after that happened, it was like, oh shit, what happened? I don't know how they found the nigga, but they found the nigga.
Oh yeah, because Lil Wayne, like his limo or some shit got shot up, wasn't it?
There was 2 of us.
Yeah, nigga, shit, I forgot about that shit.
Which they said Birdman directed, but I guess they didn't have no proof of that, so Birdman didn't find no charge. Which is also crazy, because if that did happen, the nigga that you called your son and all this other questionable shit y'all did on camera.
Yeah, notebook.
You tried to kill that nigga over some business, but the streets
need a body.
Exactly.
That shit, it's just...
When they said we caught the person, like, who might have did it, they show a picture of him next to Young Thug like this. He was in the background. Not even the background. It's just like all 3 of them. He behind Young Thug like this. On a red carpet or something. So we know you associated with him. There's also, I don't know if you remember, T.I. had a show before he went to jail called T.I.'s Road to Redemption. Which was like...
Yeah, where it was like showing his kids, like his some Kim Kardashian shit.
He was that's the Family Hustle. He had a show before he went to jail, before he turned himself in. And he was mentoring at-risk youth. So, like, kids in Georgia that was getting in trouble or some shit, he would talk to him. He would take them, show them different shit. So, like, one episode, he took this nigga to go to, like, a music studio so he could see how artists are and different shit like that around to try to show him better shit so he don't fall down those lines,
Mm-hmm.
The nigga who shot up Young Thug Tour Bus is that nigga. And it's on TV. It was on MTV when it happened. T.I.'s Road to Redemption, a nigga named Pee-wee. He in jail right now. That's why they be like, free to go.
Oh,
Pee-wee Roscoe.
Oh my god!
So the DA using all that trying to say like, yeah, you definitely as a street gang. You got this person in jail right now for doing this shit that you directed.
Hell, why East Saint Laurent was trying to like change their shit. They're like, we ain't got no ties, blah blah blah.
They been did that. They changed their shit to Saint Laurent like 2018, 2017 or some shit. I think the big YSL belts is the ones that made them want to change their shit. I don't know. Or maybe it was some business shit, but the East Saint Laurent shit, that's when niggas found out about YSL, and shortly after, they changed it to Saint Laurent. Saint Laurent.
Hey man, listen. You're doing the legal business out here. Just keep it to the, let's keep it at tier 1 and 2. Let's not skip the 3, 4, and 5 where you get to. We'll say tier 3 is like where you get to like.
What is it? Class A is the worst felony?
I'm not sure.
I'm just going off how they do murder shit. Like they be like murder in the first degree, the worst one. Second, murder. Third is not as bad. So let's just keep
it to doing drugs and selling drugs. Outside of that, stop it.
Depending on the drug.
Yeah, for sure.
The ones that are in the process of becoming legal, better bet. But if you smoking crack or doing meth, we're not talking to you. I'm gonna be honest. Cut that shit out. But who am I to judge, right?
As long as you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, I'll fuck with you.
Hey, say no more.
All right, y'all. This video is brought to you by our sponsor. It's our first sponsor so far, and that is Spider Farmer. Pretty sure most of you are familiar with the name. It is a big name, especially in us growers. A lot of us, when we first get started, we see certain lights. It's like the price of them. It's definitely scary. Something like this, it's a high-quality light. So, of course, it's going to be pricey. And just getting into growing, I remember starting, I was like, should I spend that type of money on it? So I was cheap. Went with the Blurple lights, $50 lights, and didn't really produce what I would think they would produce. Maybe they could have done more, but at the same time, I know with, plants, all plants in general, they need light, and they don't have the sun indoors, so we have to go with the next best thing, and that's these LED grow lights, so we have to get the best of the best. This right here is the Spider Farmer SE 5000, which is a 480 watt light, and it's one of the perfect lights for my 4x4 tent. It gets everything I need to do. It fulfills all the needs. It has the right light spectrums on there, and it provides maximum coverage throughout my tent. There's no place in my tent where there's lacking light, unless the canopy is covering it. But other than that, this thing has the perfect penetration for my entire tent. There's still space within the tent, so it's not too big. It could definitely still fit in a 4x4. Now, 3x3, we're cutting it close. It's definitely probably not fitting in a 3x3, but that's where the other options come into play. They got the 4000s, the 3000s. So they got all types of options to fit your needs. And I know there are plenty of lights on the market, and especially for you new growers, I'm not saying to go out and buy the biggest thing possible. Start small, be humble, work your way up, see what you need to work on and whatnot. And then maybe eventually you got to think of it. This is an investment, and like they say, it costs to be the boss, so you can invest in it. And it's definitely not just an investment where it's like, just spend all this money, I'll never get it back. It's an investment. You're going to get your money back. You're going to get more than your money's worth out of this thing over the course of time, over several grows. So I know, like I said, the price is a little bit scary. And if you're interested in buying one, you can get a little discount and save yourself some money with discount code SFCU. I say again, SFCU, and go to shop at spiderfarmer.com and save yourself some money.